This is the hour, the darkest place. Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world, good world going bad.
Hello everybody, Ollamh here, and first bit of news is news regarding this show. Originally, I wanted this to be a bit different than Weathering the Front. Weathering the Front was going to be a one-topic show delving into a very specific topic. This one was supposed to be more little bits and pieces of geek news. After trying to find a name that nobody has used and nobody has really kind of put claims on, I have decided that, well, we're going to just go ahead and make this part of Weathering the Front news, because that's one that almost nobody has ever used before. So Weathering the Front is going to have two different formats. The most often used is going to be this style, where we talk about a few different things in geek culture. The other one is the more formal, when we have a very specific topic that we want to talk about, and that's all we're going to talk about. So yes, from here on out, this is going to be part of Weathering the Front. Hello! Going into the box office for this weekend, Boo, a Medea Halloween actually beat out Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. The top 5 for the weekend was Boo, a Medea Halloween at $27.6 million, Jack Reacher, Never Go Back at $23 million, Ouija, Origin of Evil at $14.1 million, The Accountant drops down to number 4 with $14 million, and The Girl on the Train for $7.3 million. Now, I can't help but wonder, with the Medea Halloween beating out Jack Reacher, is this a sign that The Accountant kind of satiated everybody's urge and drive for an action movie? Are we looking more for something along the comedy vein, since we've had kind of our fill of action stuff? Or is it just that it's a Halloween movie, it's coming out about a week or so before Halloween, so that kind of jumped in and captured on the coming holiday and just kind of beat everything else out? More movie news. The young Han Solo film has announced the young Lando Calrissian casting of Donald Glover, best known for playing Troy Barnes in The Community. Now, this is an actor that I absolutely love. He is a really good actor. He seems to have a really good understanding and balance between doing comedy but also serious stuff. Sometimes even in the same show of The Community, he had to do both, and he transitioned very, very well. Now, this isn't the only movie he's been cast in recently. He's also got a part in the Spider-Man Homecoming film. And I really can't think of anybody that is just more perfect to play a young Billy D. Williams. He really kind of has that look. You can, just looking at some of his stuff in Community, you can really kind of see that style. And particularly when they did their little Star Wars homage episodes, you could really kind of see him doing that type of a role, and kind of playing that slight little bit of a con artist slash entrepreneur slash smuggler. Now, one of the things that I'm really interested in with this is to see how they played out with Han Solo winning the Millennium Falcon, or as Lando views it, stealing the Millennium Falcon. I'm really kind of interested to see if they go with the young Han Solo trilogy of books, or do they go with something all their own and drastically different? It'll be interesting to see what they come up with. In other news, voice actors, stunt people, and motion capture actors Union of SAG-AFTRA, or the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, damn, that's a mouthful, guys, has officially gone on strike after an unsuccessful 19 months of negotiations as trying to get a secondary compensation for voice actors, motion caption actors, and stunt people. Now, this is towards video games exclusively. As of right now, basically what they're doing is they have a fixed rate of $825 for a standard 4-hour vocal session. Now, they are looking to include a secondary compensation based on the sales performance of the games. Basically, it looks almost like a certain type of royalties, maybe, or just if a game hits 2 million copies sold, we get a bonus. If it hits 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, up to 8 million copies sold, those voice actors, those motion capture actors, and everybody gets a bonus. Now, this could change things a little bit as far as, well, what do they get as their fixed rate? Are they willing to take a little bit of a cut in their fixed rate in order to look at getting some sort of royalties or bonus based on sales? Now, some people may say that, well, $825 for 4 hours work is outrageously good money. But particularly with voice actors, you have to understand that that's a whole lot of talking, that's a whole lot of screaming, yelling, a lot of different emotions coming out all at once. If you look at a standard video game and all of the voice actings, all of the lines from one specific person, now condense all of that down into a 4-hour recording session. Now realize that there are retakes because the voice director didn't like the specific emotions or the way a line was read, so they have to reread a line. Again, a lot of screaming anytime anybody's stabbed, shot, any type, or even just frustrated and angry. They shout, they yell, they scream. Now, you're doing this for hours on end. That is a lot of wear and tear on your vocal cords. And when that is what you are looking at in order to make your money, that's kind of a dangerous situation. Because if you wind up with a sore throat, if you wind up with strep throat, if you wind up with an infection of some sort, that means you can't work for a while because your voice is not going to be good enough or in a proper quality and well rested enough to be able to do this work. A secondary method of compensation kind of makes sense. They really need to cover their own, cover their throats, I suppose you would say. I was going to say cover their butts, but that's not the part of their anatomy that we're discussing. So it does make sense that, yes, they would want something kind of on the back end, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to maintain the same fixed rate and get that back-end bonus as well. Now, finally, we have some YouTube news. And it looks like a prediction that I made back in our nerding episode of Online versus On Air was correct. That the push for getting creators to become advertiser-friendly was kind of a prelude to breaking into the TV sort of business. It was just announced that the new Dish Hopper 3 DVR is now going to allow customers access to YouTube videos. Whether this is going to be only the YouTube videos that have advertisements or can be advertised, or if it's going to be their entire library, hasn't been fully defined. I have a feeling it's going to be their entire library. But the reason why YouTube is pushing for people to become advertiser friendly is because with more people able to watch it, more people watching their stuff, the more advertisements that they can put on videos, the better, because that means a new source of income for them and for the creators ourselves. Now, this could be kind of interesting because a lot of people with a computer use some sort of ad blocker to prevent ads from playing on the videos, which of course takes money away from the creators. But at the same time, with with the new DVR system, you really can't install an ad blocker. So this may push for more people to sign up for YouTube Red, or may just mean they're they're going to watch there's a short advertisement at the beginning of the video and one at the end of the video. If it's over a certain length, there's maybe something in the middle. Now, for the creators, this opens up a whole new revenue service, whole new source of subscribers and viewers, and can cause a bit of a potential problem. Back when YouTube added the mid-break ads and stuff like that, I do believe it was Machinima that took that and ran wild with it, having it every so often. In a 15-minute video, you could have 8, 9, 10 ads. So it would be, you watch a couple minutes, there's an ad. You watch a couple minutes, there's an ad. And this is the type of thing that creators really need to be wary of. Putting one at the beginning and one at the end for anything under 20 to 30 minutes is fine. If you get up to 30 minutes, yes, having a midway ad break isn't bad. You have 15 minutes, you have a short ad, you have 15 more minutes. Looking at something like television shows, that's still a phenomenally small amount of advertisements. But if you try and cram it full of ads to try and get that money and get that revenue and get your CPM up and everything like that, well, you try and cram too many ads in and people aren't going to watch your stuff. So, ads on YouTube are not going away. And I do think that was the biggest reason why they tried to get people to be a bit more advertiser friendly, is they're looking at breaking into Dish TV now, maybe Direct TV in a few months, and then start breaking into the cable boxes and saying, hey, we have this, we know how to allow your viewers and your subscribers access to YouTube through your system. You charge us something. Yeah, I don't know if YouTube has to pay Dish something or not. If it pans out and they start getting a lot of viewership, you never know. You may see on your cable system that before too long, if you have a DVR system in particular, you now have access to the full spectrum of YouTube videos. And another thing with this is with the fact that it's a DVR, does that mean that somebody can sit there, watch a YouTube video, and record it to their DVR? That's something that I haven't seen anything on yet, but it would be interesting because that's about the only way you can possibly download YouTube videos, at least legally. And that's about all we have for today. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff. Of course, there's the new Walking Dead season starting, but not getting into that. Never been into Walking Dead myself, and I want to avoid spoilers because I've seen some people already throw a complete and utter hissy fit at one person randomly saying something to him about it. So I'm not getting into that. So what do you think about the topics that we discussed today? If you had access to YouTube on your cable box, would you use it? Do you think that the voice actors are asking for too much for their work, or are they entirely entitled to extra compensation? And what about the box office? What about Madea, a Madea Halloween being the top of the box office, beating out Tom Cruise? As always, leave a comment down below, send us a tweet or a post on our Facebook page, and let us know what you think about any of the topics that we discussed. If you have a specific topic that you would like us to bring up, also send us a message. Twitter or Facebook are best for those. And don't forget to stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio. Guys, there's zombies right outside your settlement here. Fine, you guys enjoyed that. I'm getting the hell out of here and I'm going back home. The war has ended, but another one has cropped up. this time between the Confederation and the Border Worlds. Blair, still played by Hamill,